Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 89 of Forever Stranded, a mud pack by Gaming with Sheridan. So in the last episode, we completed and submitted the Diamond Quest. And also, I fixed the Woot Mob Farm Import. I finally discovered what I was doing wrong. For whatever reason, this Mob Factory proxy cannot push to the Dimensionnal Transceiver in my experience. So what I had to do is go into the settings here, configure IO, and I set up the top here to pull. And since this is pulling, it's grabbing the Woot, it's grabbing the Woot, what's it called, the Woot Mob Drop. Let's just go upstairs and take a quick look. And I just want to see that everything's working properly. So this one, you can see it's not filling with power, but it's not emptying with power, so it's probably working. And this one is working, and see, this one is using all of the power, and it's working on Spider. This one's working on Wither Skeleton, is empty of power also, and this one's working on Wither and empty of RF also. So all of these are maxing out their RF usage. What about this one? So this one, I don't know if it's using its max RF, or is it just that the RF used for Ender Dragon is not that high. Cost 1 trillion? Is that what it is? So this should be empty. I don't know why it's not empty. Let's just go downstairs and try to take a quick look at it. So if I fly here, and I can't fly because there's too much lag, so let's go further where there isn't any lag. And this lag issue, I've come to accept it comes with the pack, and there's nothing much to be done because I've been removing stuff from my base non-stop. Okay, so it's using all of the power that's being sent to it. So I don't know why it's not staying at 0, but it's using all of the power that it can. So let's take a quick look at the quest for now. And the diamond's over, and you can see that I only have 500 and something Lapis. So what I did in the last episode during the time lapse, I started submitting the sandstone, so I have 113,000 here, and the Lapis, because I know how long it's going to take to submit. Let's go back to the sandstone setup right here. I just want to take a quick look at it. So yeah, this is sending as it comes in, and we don't have anything left in here because everything was already sent over. So to get a quest status, we're going to have to look at the quest book. So let's look at the quest book. For the Lapis quest, we're at 79,000 of 100,000. So basically we're missing, let's say that we're missing 20,000 because I already have the 500 here. So we're missing 20,000 Lapis, and we have 114 sandstone here. And for the sandstone quest, not the Sandy, the under the sand, we submitted more than half, so 551,000, and we have 131,000 there, so that's 683,000. So this one is really not done yet. So today, I'm going to continue a little bit on my AE2 setup, and I'm going to try to spend half the time on the AE2 system and half the time on making probably more sandstone, because I want to be able to complete that quickly. So crafting 4 Fluix crystal. Oh yes, and in the last episode I forgot to tell you guys, I discovered an issue with my setup here. So let me get up here. Oh, ghost block again. And my setup problem was right here. I wasn't extracting the nether quartz, redstone, or charged Certus quartz. So when I was trying to make the crystal, it wasn't working. So I want to unblock that, so let me search for charged Certus quartz. So I'll grab this, and probably my magnet was on, which means that I grabbed things that I shouldn't have grabbed. So let me get some quartz, like so, and I'm going to need some redstone, and then I'm going to make sure that my magnet is off, and I'm probably going to move that setup somewhere because it's getting really annoying that I keep turning it off by mistake. So my magnet is off. I'll just show this in here, and now you can see it go down, and I'm not grabbing it. So that's the problem that I had. It was like, for whatever reason, I was searching about why something wasn't crafting, and I came in here and it was a stack of each. I was like, oh, okay, that's what happened. it's not putting it down, and I needed to replace the filter with a more advanced filter. So these should be able to complete, and let's go downstairs to start showing you what I wanted to talk about. So first of all, voiding. The problem with the Woot Mob Farm, okay? Let's just delete this and let's switch to sort by number of items, and let's go descending like it is right now. So 238,000 dirt, 214,000 oak wood. These I don't mind so much. 94,000 nether star, this is getting ridiculous, but this was at 47,000. And the XP shards, since I have to melt them, there's no reason for me to get that much more. So what I want to do is never keep more than 40,000 in my system. So here's what I did. This is a very simple setup where I put a crate. And the reason I'm putting a crate is that I want stuff to send here and have only one export to the trash can and export to the trash can. Before I talk about that, let me just take a quick look at gold maybe. So no, you see I have no gold armor whatsoever. And if I search for chain, I got no chainmail armor whatsoever. If I look for bow, I don't have a single bow in my system. And if I look for iron, I don't see any iron armor in my system. The reason for that is simple. I placed 3 export bus, and in these export bus, I added 2 capacity cards so that I have place for 9 stuff. And I added a fuzzy card. So the fuzzy card you put in so that it ignores the damage and it ignores the type of enchantment. So this, it will find every enchanted chain chest plate, regardless of the type of enchantment. And then an acceleration card to make this faster. And in here, I put all of the leather one, the iron sword, and the 2 type of bow, because you need to put one with enchantment and one without enchantment. And then I've got some more leather here and some gold and some chain helmet. So I'm voiding all of it, well, I'm sending all of that to this large storage crate, which then dumps it to the trash. So that's a standard voiding setup for the items you don't care for. Now the second setup, this is more interesting to me. So I put an export bus here, and I put an XP shard. And I say, I put a redstone card. You put a redstone card so that the system can receive a redstone signal. And you see that here it's active with signal. And then I put some acceleration card because in the beginning I was at 47,000. And then you need an Emmy level emitter. An Emmy level emitter is very simple. You can decide what type of emission it is on items or other, and then you can decide when it's above or below or equal to limit. So what I did is I said when it's above, see, emit when level or above or equal, 40,000 of XP shards, send a signal on. So now let me look at XP shard. XP. I'm at 39,948. So I'm going to lower it to 39,900. And the reason for that is, let me do, see, now it's on. So because it's on, it's taking things and exporting it here. And the reason I'm not exactly at 30, so now if I look and I'm 39,600, the reason I'm not exactly at 39,900 is that since I have acceleration card, the time that the signal turns off is less fast than it's exporting, so it always exports a little bit more. So if you wanted to say export everything but 2, you might end up destroying your 2. You only do that for very big quantity as it's not super exact. But that permits a lot of special auto crafting. So that's what I want to do today. I want to show you 2 ways of having auto crafted stuff in your system. So I'm going to start setting the auto crafting, and I'm going to show you afterward. So this is, again, how to void normal items is just having an export bus with a fuzzy card, and how to void a max quantity of item above a certain number. Well, you just use a level emitter and you send a signal until the levels reach. So let's go right here now and explain this. So this I discovered from an episode from TKH, because I was having a conversation with Duncan and he said TKH recommended a video from TKH, and I'm going to post the video for that. And this is the most ultimate setup for a small Emmy controller system. Basically, every face is 32 channel because these are all peer-to-peer channel. So if you look at this, I have 32 plus 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 32. And in here, I can fit another 4. But we have 8 channel max per 8, so we're going to be able to use this. So this would actually be the core for all of our peer-to-peer. So let me just, and at the bottom, because you need a place to put energy, the trick is the following, is that you put a dense cable, which moves the 32 channel down to this side right here where you have a peer-to-peer tunnel, and the other side's connected to an energy acceptor. So you do not lose that face, it's just extended and put here instead. Or I could have put it right here or outside anywhere. But I wanted to keep it within the reach of these 8. And then what you can do is you can use these smart cable, and ideally you want some of different color, but you can just go like this and go all around like so. Yeah, no, I don't want that one there. And break out the 8 peer-to-peer right here. Whew, this is taking a bit longer than I was expecting. I should have taken the tool out like I should always do. Okay, so anyway, did it fall? Yeah, and I grabbed it now. And then you can extend it out here and bring it into a 32 channel, because basically I'm getting 8 by face. So 8, 16, 24, 32. Okay, and then top 8, bottom 16. And these are 4, so I need 2 to get another 8. So let's do just the inside face first. So inside face top and bottom, that's 8. Left and right, that's another 8, we're at 16. Front and back, that's another 8, so that's 24. Plus this one top here is another 32. So that's 2 sets of 32. Basically, I think that's the max you can really get from this, because the next step is I need another Emmy controller. Emmy controller. Okay, so I would have to grab one from here because I didn't make any. Can I craft one more? Oh, what did I do? I hit something which made the map bigger, and I don't want that. Oh, there. Oh, phew. Okay, so the backslash or the straight pipe changes the map type to a bigger map type, but I don't want to do that. So let me check Emmy controller. Can I craft one more? I can't because of this processor. Let's request some processor. Let's just get 10 of these and send them through, and hopefully I get ones. Hello. Wow. Why couldn't I start it? That was so weird. And now it started. There was some kind of a jamming that was preventing it from happening. Anyway, so Emmy controller, now that I have this, I can put this right here and make one more Emmy controller. And now I need a 32 channel bus. Sorry, a 32 channel and dense cable. Perfect. So now, if I go down here, like so, this is 8. And I don't want it to connect here, so I need some more dense cable. Smart cable, sorry. So smart. Oh no. Do I not have a recipe for Emmy smart cable? Let me just take a quick look. Let me go upstairs. I thought for sure that I had a recipe for Emmy smart cable. So that's my interface, and let's look down at what I can produce. This is to make a dense cable. This is to make a covered cable. Well, no, I don't have one for smart cable. So let's make one. Cable. Oh, cable. So this is dense cable. This is covered cable. Let's get 100 covered cable. Start. And then from that, we'll make some smart cable. Emmy smart cable. I want the Fluix type, like so. And I'm just waiting for one covered cable. Hello? What are you waiting for? You're waiting for wool. And while you're waiting, I ended up creating something in the background that I didn't want. I just want to finish showing you that before moving on so that you have an idea of where this is going. So I took that out, perfect. And I'm still waiting for one to be created, probably because I'm waiting for the last cable. It's waiting for all the pure fluix crystal. Okay, so that's kind of sad. We only had one left. So that's going to take a while. In the meantime, these are the dense cable. So let's go downstairs and continue to set up as if it was working. So now if I put some smart cable here, so I would go one further like this, and this is 32. And by doing this like this, I'm bringing 32 channel into this controller. But here, technically, this won't be a dense cable. It would be the smart coming here. Then whatever's bringing the energy here, these 8 here, would go in that face, because 8 plus 8, that's 16. The top one would bring it in that face, because that's another 8, which makes it 24. And whatever's in that face would come in here, which is another 8. Okay? Then, under right here, we'd do the same thing. We'd bring the 8 channel from the bottom, from under here, and from all of the inside part. Which means that we would have 32 peer-to-peer tunnel coming in here, and 32 peer-to-peer tunnel coming in here. And then we have 2 more phases. One to exit the first 32, another one to exit the second 32, and it still leaves us 2 phases. One to receive power, and one, although, you know, we could connect the power right here and just have it from here, or we could grab it from down here, because technically to bring power, all you need is one set of normal pipe like that and a quartz fiber. Do I have any quartz fiber? Quartz fiber, no. Do I have them in my bag? I hope I have them in my bag. Yeah, I have some in my bag. So if I just take one quartz fiber like this and put it on the energy acceptor and bring this upstairs, let's bring it, oh, not like this. I'll bring it down like so and around like so. So this should bring power. So perfect, we have power, and we're not using a channel because we're just bringing energy from an energy acceptor, and because this is connected with a quartz fiber, so there's no data or no transfer. So our real Emmy controller is this one. This one is nothing. Like this one is just to get more channel. Sorry, this is our real Emmy system, and this one is used only to send peer-to-peer channel somewhere else, because it has to get into something to be transferred somewhere else. And these two are both active because they're not connected to each other in any way. Like they're not touching the controller. These are touching peer-to-peer tunnel, so they're bringing different channel through, but nothing other. So we could set up, what I'm probably going to do is make these dance cable a different color and keep the black one as the output, because I want to make it simple. And the smart one, I'm going to want to use smart one for different color smart one for the connection on the face. And we need 8 of each, and the funny part is that you put 8 around a color just so that we can distinguish which one's coming from which. And when I transfer them on the other side, those Emmy channel, I'll try to always use the same color to know which ones are coming from which. And I'll try to always make it so that I use the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, 7, and 8 in this order, so I can always check this one's being used. Nope, move on to the second one, so I can use the count and order. See, these are all online. All of these peer-to-peer tunnel are online but unlinked, so you know which one you've linked already. The biggest problem really is knowing which one you've linked where. And one technique that I've seen and like a lot is that you actually just build on the walls around some, you decompose your cube and you put some sign saying this is going to the Woot Mob Farm, this is going to that place, this is connecting these 4 machines, so that you always have an idea of what's going where. But that's the idea. So once that is really turned on, I'll be able to just transfer this here. And that way I can bring 32 channels somewhere for the crafting. I can bring 32 channels somewhere for the machinery, and I can bring 32 channel another place. So I'll have a lot of control about what I want to bring where. This is really what I want to be able to show you. I want to complete the setup, and I want to work on some stock system so I can show you 2 ways of stocking things in your system. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and as always, I'll be keeping an eye on this one. And as you see, we've been talking for 20 minutes, and we got 3,000 in 20 minutes. We're missing 16,000 at 3,000 per 20 minutes. So with the time lapse being times 4, and I'm going to time lapse about 20-30 minutes, probably going to be able to complete the Lapis quest next episode. Fortunately for the sandstone, if I don't make it bigger, if I don't improve it, it's not going to complete. And if I look here, oh wow, this is so much compressed sand. I'm probably just going to tape up that sand, that compressed sand drawer, and bring it over to decompress it and transform it into compressed sandstone. And I want to bring it to the other place because it's really the easiest way of doing it. I'll just transfer it to a drawer, and I'll pull from the drawer the sand and bring it in the other one. And hopefully, I think I'll even I'll remove the sand one to make sure that the dirt one, to make sure that I have another one being filled with compressed sand while I'm away, because these things in the back, they're still working. It's not like they're stopped. So that's the plan for this episode. We're really working toward getting to completion as fast as possible. And I don't know if if most of you must have seen by now, but I've started Galactic Science 1, and I kind of had forgotten the excitement of starting a new series. So I'm having a ton of fun there, and I'm trying, as always, to cram as much information in the beginning as possible, because the way you begin a series will have a high impact on how you can more easily accomplish it toward the end. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now!